This week I went to Genoa, where I met with teachers from 3 schools in the city and others connected online. I advised them, for those who had not yet done so, to watch the popular Netflix series Mare, fuori, the sea outside. Despite the cruelty of so many scenes that tell the stories of teenagers locked up in a juvenile prison, it is a series that I think is very instructive for educators and parents, but also for teenagers. Each one of those young inmates brings with their dramatic stories of violence, abuse, mistreatment, which have made them, at least apparently, as hard as stones, and in turn violent and cruel to everyone, to each other and to their superiors. In this space of desolation and violence, however, there are beacons, fixed points that show the way, those gestures of sincere friendship and true love that say that all is not lost. There is still the sea outside, as the song of the series repeats several times. Non ti preoccupá, guagliò, c'è sta un mare fore. That is, don't worry, boy, there is the sea outside. Behind the bars, under the sky, there is the sea outside. Karen Blixen's phrase, "The cure for everything is salt water, sweat, tears, or the sea," fits right in. Of course, when we speak of sea and sky, we are not simply referring to atmospheric or natural realities, but to something greater to which they refer, which comes from outside. The sea outside for us represents hope, which is a theological virtue, and so for us hope is God. And so let us not worry. When all seems lost, there is always God out there. What is moving in the Mare Fuori series is the perseverance of those in charge of the juvenile prison. Headmistress Paola, Commandant Massimo, Educator Beppe, and the other who never give up, even after bitter disappointments. Jesus also speaks to us of failures in educating and correcting our brothers, but he also tells us never to give up in this educational mission. If your brother commits a fault against you, go and admonish him between you and him alone. Jesus foresees the failure of this educational mission, which is why he warns, if he will not listen, take 1 or 2 more people with you, so that everything may be resolved on the word of 2 or 3 witnesses. In spite of all good intentions in trying to reach out to those who have done wrong, we may fail again, but we must not give up on recovering our brother. In fact, Jesus insists, if you will not listen to this, tell it to the community. But even if he does not listen to the community, one must not give up. When Jesus says, if you will not even listen to the community, let it to you like the pagan and the publican. He is not decreeing a surrender of giving up in the face of a lost case, as is there was nothing more to be done. But he is saying that then we must start again. This brother who had already been evangelized and become a Christian must be evangelized and re-Christianized, like the pagans and publicans. So the educational mission never ends. We must start again each time. How often do we quickly give up after the first failed attempt? Or we blurt out the errors of others with the excuse of having to tell the truth. Truth always comes after charity. What is the point of spreading the truth of the evil done by someone if this will not help to heal anyone's wounds, but will only make them wider? Destroying people by spreading the evil they have committed is defamation. It does not allow them to mend the wrongs they have done, but will make them sink even deeper into their evil. Love is always greater than everything. Only love saves. Forgiveness. To educate, one must know how to love, forgive, and be persevering. To conclude, when I was in Africa, I went twice to visit near the beautiful Cape Town in South Africa, the Cape of Good Hope, where the two oceans, Atlantic and Indian, meet. This place used to be called Cape of Storms, because no one could get past this point, and all ships sank there because of the currents and storms. The first to succeed in this feat was Vasco da Gama, who thus opened the way to the Indies and renamed this point the Cape of Good Hope. If Vasco da Gama, given the failure of his predecessors, had given up the enterprise, he would never have achieved his goal. The good educator is the one who never gives up the enterprise of educating, even after so many failed attempts. And Jesus, in today's Gospel, teaches us never to give up. When they see inside of our sons, brothers, and ours, full of torments and storms, meets the sea outside of God. Storms will be unleashed and as in the encounter between the two oceans of South Africa. But with perseverance, it will be possible to transform the Cape of Storms into a Cape of Good Hope, and thus continue on the path towards the goal. So let us continue undaunted on our way, and non te preoccupá, guagliò, c'è sta un mare fuori. Don't worry, boy, there is the sea outside.